Hi, welcome back. My name is Elna from elnakane.com. And for today's video, I'm going to share with you 10 things you do as a content writer. Now, if you don't know, a content writer writes content online. They get paid for their content online. I do have a video on what is content writing, so you can definitely check that out. I also have some videos on the differences between content writing and blogging and copywriting, for example. So make sure to check out those. I'll put links to those videos down below. But let's get to it. Let's see what the 10 things are you do as a content writer. I do have a blog post on that, so I'll put the link to that as well so you can check it out, because I'm not going to read it to you, but we'll go through the 10 things that they do. I do want to mention this though here before I go on. I think this is Neil Patel. Yes, Neil Patel, who is a prolific content marketer online. People know Neil Patel to give sound advice. He mentions here, on top of having dedicated employees, the average mid-sized company has a bit more than 10 contractors. That's you working on their blog. With your blog, you should consider hiring more contractors as writers, right? That's what he's telling these mid-sized companies, instead of hiring full-time employees, as it's cheaper. It's also more efficient to have contractors as you scale up and down faster. On top of that, you'll find that you will save money in the long run, as contractors and consultants tend to be cheaper than full-time employees. So that tells me that more and more businesses are understanding that and they're hiring writers. I also have the latest freelance writing stats. So you can check out that video, because that really tells you where we stand as freelance writers. Let's go and do the first thing. So this is one of the first things that content writers do, is SEO content writing. So what that stands for is businesses are hiring writers, freelance writers, content writers to do SEO content. They even hire copywriters. So you can be an SEO copywriter too, if you want to, and write content for businesses that are optimized for ranking. You know, you don't have to write blog posts as an SEO copywriter. You can write website pages as an SEO copywriter. So as a content writer, you're responsible partly for SEO. You don't have to be, but it's a big plus. One of my latest clients, a huge software as a service brand, wants me just for my SEO writing content. They hired me just for that. I was able to ask for my premium rates for that, my top rates for that. And they gladly accepted it. With SEO content, you do need to know about SEO, which is search engine optimization. I do have a nice little masterclass on that, so make sure you check that out. It's the fast track to SEO writing. I do share with you, like, I was surprised what I do. I do share a lot in that little masterclass, so make sure to check it out. But I do show you how to write an SEO blog post in that masterclass, step by step. The next thing a content writer does is SMO content writing, and SMO stands for social media optimized writing. This is writing for social media, and it's for like actual readers and not for Google. So it's a different form of writing. Your writing for SMO content is shorter, it's punchier, it's more conversational. I follow GoDaddy on Instagram, so you can read sort of the copy there. We can go there and check it out. So this is GoDaddy Canada. I follow them, they follow me. And so you can read, let's see, this one has a lot of likes. And this is it. This was probably written by an SMO content writer, or like even the social media manager too. A day in the life as a hashtag small biz owner, emojis. Share how you organize your calendar in the comments below. They're trying to drive engagements. They use a call to action here. They tell you exactly what this is about. And I mean, they get some nice quality people commenting on it, right? Let's look at this one. As we enter the post-pandemic era, it's important for small businesses to understand the great resignation, the big quit. Take the opportunity to realign your biz in 2022. Link in bio. So this is directing people to go to their content, their latest blog post about it. I mean, this is not as punchy, but it does tell them, their followers, what it's all about. And so someone says the great reset, you know, so they're chiming in. So this is what brands are doing with SMO content, and they would benefit from hiring an actual like copywriter, an SMO copywriter to really craft some optimized content for social media. But you can definitely follow brands, especially like on Instagram. I would follow some top brands, not even in your industry. So like Lululemon, Sephora, you can do Lime Crime makeup, you can do some vegan makeup brands if you want. Like you can just go all out and you can see the type of writing, because you might like that. Instead of niching down the industry, you might just like writing SMO social media content. Like that's your thing. And so you can market yourself as that and work for a variety of industries. So that's always fun to do. I'm not interested in that, but it sounds fun to do. What do we have here? Okay. Website copy is the other one. I did mention that you can be a SEO copywriter and do website copy. You can be a content writer that does website copy. So you're writing the pricing page, the bio page, the team page, the home page, your landing pages. You're responsible for the copy on that site. So you can visit other people who do this type of service and they will mention in their portfolio their clients. You can go to those sites and you can see how they're writing their copy. So here's an example of an about page for a social media management software company, Sendable. I've written for Sendable. So this is what their about page is. I'm pretty sure a lot of this was written by a copywriter or someone that is, ahead of writing. Email marketing. As a content writer, you might be responsible, if that's where you're going to niche your services, to email marketing. This is what I did. I did email sequences. And so with email marketing, you are writing to make sales. You are nurturing a person down a funnel to make sales. For example, it says here, email copywriter wrote one email for AppSumo and made the company $10,000. Like, that's a strong testimonial for your email marketing writing. If you can write emails such that that company or that person generates income and tells you, that's a great testimonial to how effective your writing is, right? So you can build a great business as a content writer who writes emails, especially email funnels. All right, another one is landing pages. So you can just write landing pages for all different types of industries. The mompreneur niche, might need help with landing page copy. You can charge up to $500 to write a landing page for them for their latest pregnancy planner or for their educational planners or guides. You can be responsible to create that nice landing page. And if you have some graphic skills, definitely, it's worth it to hire you over someone who just does the writing, for sure. So you can have a competitive advantage if you have the design skills too. And I have an example of one of my landing pages here that I write. You can do incentives or products. So if your client has digital products, they may hire you to write it up. So for example, many bloggers and businesses have online courses and they hire a freelance writer for course writing. I have legit email that someone I wrote for them, their blog content, and they wanted me to do a bit of coursework writing and to help them develop the course. I didn't take this gig because I was still too new. I just launched my course. They saw that, so they thought I could do it, but I was still brand new to everything there. So I passed it along, this gig, I passed it along to one of my students. But it's there. People do want writers to help them with that aspect. Let's look at the skills that you need to do content writing. A big one is understanding user intent. And what that means is what you see in Google. Why is Google serving up this company's website as number one? What is it that Google deems that one the best representation for that search query? So when you are searching for, let's say you're doing SEO writing and you're searching for a topic, find out what's coming up, what's serving up, and understand the user intent. Why is that? If we go, let's see, if I search, I search how to extend. All right, so I did get big brand here. So with brands here, something about how to extend snow pants, this is something that I had to do. And so they have these companies here. And so the user intent for someone who wrote this is to know about this. Let's see if this one actually tells you over. Yes. So this one is a page on their site, customer care at Zendesk. And they do show you step by step, it seems like, with a little video here. Google thinks that this is enough. Here, there's a video. So they're directing me to watch instead of reading more videos here. And then the people also ask. This also helps me too. The winter kids. So I might click on this. I can't get to their blog post, but I might go here instead to see what this is all about. All right, so the user intent for that search query is more video based for me to see how to do it. So I also like, written so I can sort of see step by step. So there might be some in the people also ask, sort of like a blog post. That's where you want to start searching some things and seeing what are you getting? Why are you getting the results you're getting when you type in whatever it is? If it's, how many seats do I need for a party of, or how many tables do I need for 200 people? Like, you might search what that is and what is the user intent. Is it just a little snippet of people with that exact answer? Or do you need to read a blog post for some considerations? That's where Google will help you as a content writer to figure out what the needs are. So if you are given a topic for a blog post from a client, you can always search that topic and seeing what the user intent is. Are you getting mostly videos? If that's the case, you might want to link to some videos in your client piece to make it helpful. Are they image heavy? heavy? Well, then you want to add more images to your piece. Like little things like that. Is it framed as a list post and you pitched a how-to? Maybe you should convert it to a list-based post. Things like that can help you with finding the right way to present the content to your client. Understanding the audience, definitely understanding the audience, knowing who you're writing to is going to be different. I write about Pinterest marketing for mom bloggers, for Etsy owners. I've written for marketers, for product developers. Like I've written it, and each of those posts are completely different. The way I talk about it or talk about Pinterest in the way, and the features that I mention about Pinterest is different. So I do have a freelance masterclass here to help you if you want to get started with the whole content writing aspect so that you can get paid to write. Blog writing is a huge skill to know as a content writer. Here's a little blog post template that I use. You know, there's an introduction that hooks the reader. I have a nice pin image, the body of my post with several subheadings. I have images to break up my content. I have a nice conclusion paragraph, and then I have a nice CTA, which might be an opt-in. So I have all of this, and that will help you land clients if you have blog posts on your portfolio page. Blog posts are highly versatile. If someone is looking for a copywriter to write landing pages and all you get on the portfolio, all they see are your blog posts, I'm pretty sure they can, surmise that you are qualified to write a landing page. They can ask you. You may not be, but they can ask you. I get asked all the time to write different types of content that isn't blog posts. As you saw, I had someone ask about course lessons. So you can see, even though your portfolio might show just blog posts, people are going to ask you about other things. That's great. You need to know how to write SMO content or write blog writing content or SEO content. It's good to have. You don't have to excel in it. You just have to be aware of it and to know what it looks like, things like that. All right, and the last thing is crafting a solid hook. So content writers rely on getting the attention of the reader. So it occurs first with the headline and then with the first sentence. If you can get a reader to read the first sentence, then your goal is, as the writer, to get the reader to read the second sentence and so on. I like to do sort of like a yes question in the beginning of my content. I don't know if I did that for this blog post. Yes, I did. I did a yes. Are you interested in being a content writer? Yes. Content writers has exploded in recent years. Okay. According to Neil Mattel, my interest is piqued. Let me keep reading. I'm walking the reader down my blog post, making my sentences short, make them wanting to complete the loop or making them wanting to keep reading, right? That's your goal as a content writer. So when you write for clients, that is sort of how you need to start your content, because you need to grab the attention of people. Your clients might share this on social media. They need to click over with a good enticing headline, but then they need to stay. You don't want people skimming your content for 30 seconds and leaving because there's no value. They've already seen it. You need to present it in a way so that they want to stay. There are very few bloggers that I actually read their blog posts because they don't hook me in. It's very few and they come and go. But the ones that do, I do religiously keep reading their content because of the way they write. I've been told my content is the same, that they come to read my content. So you need to develop that voice, and that takes practice. Let me know in the comments below. Are you a content writer? Do you do any of these things? Let me know. I want to know. And make sure you enroll in my free course if you haven't already. Get paid to write. I do give you the tools you need to land your first client or your first freelance writing job. And make sure to give my video a like, and I'll see you in the next video.